got more goodies. Terminator X Max. We're getting everything laid out. We're about to start stripping all the old stuff out of the car. That big old rat's nest. We're gonna update all this and get rid of the old ignition boxes and get this all cleaned up. Braden's already hard at it. Mr. Billy Wire it. So we're gonna get all the old stuff off, get all the Holley laid in. We're gonna get this thing running on the Holley system. So I got another shifter and a few other changes we're gonna make in the process, but it's go time. Here's the new shifter we're putting in. I have my trans brake and scramble, both will be on it. So that's another update we're making. I like the old shifter, not necessarily anything wrong with it, but I wanted something with some buttons on it. I don't like all the crap on the steering wheel and the cords and all that, so that's another little update we're making. I definitely like the look of this one. I like the buttons being right there by my hand, so it'd be a cool deal. So Braden, what are we doing, dog?
Taking this old carburetor bullshit out, putting Holley behind.
Don't tell people lies. We're still gonna use a carburetor.
Yeah, we'll see about that. See how long that lasts.
Well, for a little bit at least. But we will be using the ignition side, the data monitoring, the dash, we'll be using every single part of the Holley except for we won't be plugging in the injector harness and running injectors. Other than that, for the most part, we'll be pretty much using everything. So Braden's gonna love it. Y'all are lucky fucking you even got me to go fucking Holley to start with, okay?
We're working though.
Yeah, small steps, baby steps, man. I'm an old guy. But anyway, we're stepping up. Trying to bring all the noise we can with some old junk. But we love her. So, while Braden's under the hood doing his thing, I'm gonna get this bottle bracket out of the way. And then I'm gonna get these ignition boxes out and the old engine management. Everything went through that little black box right there, and that's what monitored everything. I could data log with it and a couple other things. It's kind of primitive, but it worked well, and it went with the little screen over there in the corner. So we're gonna take all this out. Everything's gonna be through the Holley now. All right. Got some of the old ignition out, got the old progressor out, old coil. Getting everything all laid out. Bottle bracket out, LS box out. Got a bunch of BS out of here. Still got a rat's nest there, but we're gonna sort that, get it all cleaned up. So, might even end up putting a passenger seat in this car again. So, but anyway, all the old stuff is out. Old gauges, everything's all gone. Braden's finishing disconnecting a couple things under here, and we'll have the rest of that part of the harness out. And we'll start getting some shit figured out to laying the new stuff in. So, Willie Wire it. How's it going in there, buddy?
Interesting.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
So basically what he's doing, we've decided we're going to rewire the entirety of the car. And we're going to move things, hide things, and clean things up, and do it the way it ought to be done. So he's kind of labeling some things for reference, so when we start piecing all that together, we know what the hell we're doing. So he is doing that. I made a nice big old hole in my firewall because it's cool. That's where we're gonna feed the Holley harness through though, and that way we can make it look clean and tuck it and not have to run it around a bunch of stupid stuff the way we had it going before. So that is pretty much where we're at. I think we got pretty much a game plan. I got to make me a mount for the Pro Dash that I'm gonna weld to the dash bar, and then that will bolt to it, and that'll handle that. And then I think I figured out how I'm gonna mount my ECM also, so we're getting there. All right, got everything ripped out. Got our stuff labeled, so when we rerun it, we know where everything's going. Braden's fixing to build us up a relay panel and make something nice to mount all this to, so we can tuck it up in the kick panel. We got the Holley harness in place. Coils are hooked up. Oil center units hooked up, cam sensor, crank sensors all hooked up. Shoot, even my fuel pressure sensor, that fit. That hooked up, coolant temp sensors hooked up. The rest of the fuel injected stuff, which we ain't gonna be using right now because we're on that beautiful fucking piece of historic fuel delivery right there. We're just gonna keep rocking that for the time being. But anyway, everything's tucked up under there when we do go the route of fuel injection and we utilize the fullness of the Terminator.
What was that? Did I hear fuel injection?
You talking shit?
I thought you said you're never going fuel injector.
Well, we're just leaving the door open just in case. You know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Braden's killing it, man. We weren't gonna fucking rewire the whole car, literally, but the deeper we got into it, it just seemed like it was the better option for us to get it looking like we wanted to get it looking, and it was a mess, if we're just being honest, so it's a good thing. But we're asshole deep in this deal now. So.
Well, it's Pro Mod fucking dash right here.
Yeah, Pro Mod stuff. I gotta make mounts for that to come off of the dash bar. I'm just gonna have 2 pieces of metal coming up basically, and I'll drill the holes, and it's got 4 holes in the back, grommets, and then that's how we'll mount it right straight to the dash bar above the steering column. That'll be a piece of cake. And then the Terminator, we'll figure that out once we get a little further, but anyway, Willie wire it. He's in the house. Look at him. Smile for him, man. Come on, give him a damn smile. There you go. Jesus. So anyway, I gotta get him some cardboard and a de-pinning tool, and we're gonna keep this train moving. We'll be back. Getting a relay panel built. This will mount up in the kick panel on the passenger side there. Less parts on the trunk of the car is always a good sign. Let me show you what we got knocked out. So, you see over there, we got a relay panel built. Got a decent part of it wired in. As far as powers and grounds and all that stuff go, that's all set up. We just gotta route everything everywhere, but it's in place, rocking and rolling there. All the old BS is cleaned out, everything's labeled. So we just gotta lay everything back in place now, but that's coming around good. Everything on the engine is hooked up. Grounds are all hooked up. Everything's pretty much set up there. Got the Terminator mounted. Got the harnesses run to it. Got the power. That goes power and ground. That runs to the battery all in place. Running all down this seam here. All the way out to the back where the battery's at. And then we just got to button it up back there at the battery. but that's all mounted. Rubber insulators and everything on it, vibration proof, all that goodness. So we're rocking. It's about 5 in the morning though, and I gotta pick up some butt connectors. We just ran out of a few things, so hit the parts store up, pick up some electrical stuff, and then we'll be ready to button this thing up and get back after it. But for tonight, it's gonna be a wrap. Got a bunch done. She's well on her way to being controlled by Holley. So, cool deal. After we get all the wiring and stuff buttoned up, then we'll get the shifter in and get it all set up, and we'll go from there. But we're doing good. Thanks for tuning in to the Myers Racing 937 YouTube channel, home of the Dayton Small Tire Mafia. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.